So what are we expecting?
I think the biggest number that everybody's going to be looking at is the fourth quarter sales projection.
Okay.
They tend to project, and so fourth quarter for Apple is the 3 months through September. Now, they typically introduce the new iPhone somewhere in the middle of September. It might be available for a week or two in shops. Now, as we've reported, and a lot of other people have also reported, the top of the range iPhone 8 you might call it, iPhone X, some others are calling it for the 10-year anniversary, it's possibly and probably going to be delayed. So if the forecast, the sales forecast for the next quarter is slightly below expectations, that could be a sort of implied confirmation that it's not going to be around for a few weeks or even a few months. Right,
so a few days are normally accounted for in the coming quarter of iPhone sales, but if it's pushed, those days will be in the coming quarter instead.
Exactly, yeah. So it's sort of backloaded into the Christmas quarter rather than front-loaded into the September.
So what's the latest on the delays? This is all due to supplier issues, right?
Yes, there are going to be 3 new iPhones. There'll be upgrades to what we currently have, the 7 and the 7 Plus. They might be called the 7S and the 7S Plus. And these are going to have LCD screens, what currently the iPhones have. The top of the range one is going to have an OLED screen, organic light-emitting diodes. And this is technology which is actually in relatively little supply. It's quite hard to get your hands on it. There's not enough OLED out there, is what the reporting shows, to fill all of the iPhones out of the gate.
Now, this quarter is when we typically see a pause, right? And even Tim Cook has talked about this, that people might be waiting for the next phone and not upgrading as quickly, correct?
Absolutely. But sometimes people do look at it because the sales numbers, how they correlate to the expectations, the analysts' expectations, kind of serves as an indicator of how strongly the Apple brand is holding up. One of Apple's strongest assets is its brand, and sometimes people look at it compared to others. Do people, what's the kind of trend in technology? Do people really care about the underlying technology, or is the brand important enough?